Alright, so an 8 rack matchup with the Whir list. I keep. I mean, it's in the blind against an opponent. I know I'm going to get probably a turn, probably at least a turn 3 bridge. If I draw an opal, that'll be good. But or not an opal, bauble. I'll have a turn 2 bridge, but turn 3 bridge, and I'll have a Whir. Excuse me. Opponent mulligans to get that rack, I guess. Yep. And I mill that top card. It's Wrench Mind. And there goes my Whir. I'm like, well, poopy. I play the Pixis because it is a mill rock. I can go ahead and start playing out now without worrying about milling what's the name of that card? Raven's Crime. And I still want to keep cards in my hand because I know they're on 8 rack. Alright, so they take my Shredder. And I top deck a Whir. So I just keep it. So they go to play Liliana. In response, I'm going to Whir for a Needle, naming Lily. I mean, I would have rather save that Whir to get a Witchbane Orb, but whatever. I draw a top deck another Whir. And again, I save it because I can. So they go for discard mode. In response, I Whir again. Go get a Lantern. So now I can just try to. This is their last card. If I can just keep lands in hand, I should be okay. And they don't have creatures, so. Yeah. Milling myself. Really, I'm trying to get lands, but in hindsight, it probably would have been just fine playing the fair, because the one life I don't lose to that, I could have just gained back anyways by having it out there. So it's probably more correct to play it. But I didn't end up just drawing the Witchbane Orb, so I'm good to go. Now I can just let my opponent draw all sorts of stuff, and I'm going to gain back life, so the rack's not going to be doing a whole heck of a lot to me. Now here, I could have milled this, but I see I have Abrupt Decay on top, so I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to decay the rack, and then just play the bridge, and I'll have the lock. Play the bridge. And decay the rack in the turn. And lock set. So here it's just playing it out. A pretty easy day of it for the most part. Go ahead and sack for another mill rock so I can solidify the lock. And I get a bell so I can use the Academy Ruins to get back mill rocks as I mill them. Yeah. Put a bell on top. Just go into town. Yeah. Draw the Inquisition. I mean, I don't want to self-mill on my own turn and then top deck some random thing that might do well. And I grab the push just because it's funny. Get another mill rock. So between the Whir and the Stirrings, you get an extra mill after you get the lock. You're gonna get you almost get you can either draw a mill rock, draw a Whir to get a mill rock, draw Stirrings to get a mill rock. Once you have the lock, it's it goes much quicker, I think. Yeah, now I know it's okay for me to mill because on my turn, because I still have 4 more rocks and I'm fine. Nope. Go ahead and draw the needle. I was thinking about naming something funny, but my opponent was being a good sport, so I didn't want to, be a dick. So I just named Mutavault instead of Abandoned Hope or something. My opponent was actually really cool. And mill and pass turn. So game 2. Side in the ley lines, of course, and side in. I think I sided in all of my destruction, the Maelstrom poles, and the Scylla Primordiums. No welding jars. I also sided in my needle. And I believe I sided out a lot of mill rocks. But anyways, a near perfect opener here. The only downside is I end up having a crap card on top. But it's fine. Smallpox is pretty good here. It was rough trying to figure out what I was going to discard, but I figure I'll just discard that. It'll be fine. Because I really want to stop the Raven's Crime or whatever with this in hindsight, because I was afraid they were going to somehow destroy this. I knew they were playing mono black though, so I was afraid it was going to be like a Ratchet Bomb. So in the meantime, if they killed that, really I should have discarded the Grafdigger's Cage, I think, in hindsight. But also, if I do land a bridge, I didn't want to have a green spell stuck in my hand and not have green mana at some point. Yep, cut me off of mana again. Yeah, I wouldn't have forgot to discard. They discarded Thoughtseize. So, still doing okay. And I mill myself into a land. And then I Stirrings for a mana source. And then I can Needle. And I Needle Ratchet Bomb just in case. So now I mean, I should be good to go. I get the Decay to take out that. So now all I got to worry about is Mutavault. Stirrings for another Needle. Name Mutavault. We're good. Lock is set. I guess it's going to be really hard to get out of this one. Yeah, I've made it so they've drawn all our rewards now. I could have played this on, if I didn't want to do it on 1 because I'd kill my own stuff. Don't want to do it on 3 because I'd kill my own stuff. Don't have to worry about Lily, so I do it on 2 because I see the pack rat on top. I mean, it doesn't matter, but the reason I wanted to do that, excuse me, so tired, is pack rat is an activated ability, and I'd rather just not even let my opponent do anything, because then it just wastes time making extra tokens and whatnot. So I'm just, it's a lot quicker if they do nothing but play land. So we'll get the pack rat this one time. Now the token is a complete copy with 2 mana cost, so I go ahead and at the end of their turn pop the explosives, kill both. Mill myself. Yeah, that thing was pretty cool. Delirium Skins, it gets around Leyline. Pretty smart. Skins, whatever. I see the Leyline on top, but I also saw that I was drawing a seal, so I was like, yeah, Leyline's fine. I'll just kill it at the end of their turn. Yeah, I know I can probably freely mill here. I'm grabbing more mill rocks with Stirrings. I don't need Witchbane Orb because I have Leyline and I'm already controlling their draws. So now I did side out. These are the only mill rocks in the deck now because of all my sideboarding. So when I ended up just whirring for a Needle. So I just named Swamp. I mean, nothing else matters, so. In hindsight, Ghost Quarter would have been a good one. Or again, for a Lantern, just for the shuffle effect. Oh yeah, so I screwed up there. Actually, I whirred for the Lantern, and milled on my own turn because I lost track of what I was doing. So actually, I'm tapped out now, and they get to draw that rack. And I let them know, like, you can take that back and cast the rack. It doesn't target me. It just says choose an opponent, so it gets around ley line. But the opponent's like, nah, it's it's fine because I'm just gonna untap. I would take 3 damage, mill them out, pass turn, and they lose. So they're just like, no, it's cool, man. And that's it. That's it. So again, the opponent was super cool, very good sport, and yeah, it was really cool, man. All right, thanks a lot.